Hello and welcome to another episode of Twitch Tips. I'm Admired Plague and welcome. Today is very special. Today we're doing a community ran Twitch Tips where I had the community ask me a bunch of questions about streaming, whether that be from the viewer's perspective, a streamer's perspective, a marketing perspective, anything at all. So I asked them to give me questions and I'm going to answer them here and we'll go from there. So let's get started. The first question comes from White Shadow 001 and he wants to know how to keep chat engaged or entertained while you're streaming. Now there's a couple different ways to answer this because there's tons of different ways that streamers interact with chat. There's also a bunch of ways that chat can help the streamer. So first and foremost, I understand that as a new stream, if you're a newer streamer, that you may not have people in your chat. And what this can lead to is you just being silent because there's no one to talk to. Everyone knows that having people in your chat talking and discussing makes it really easy for the streamer, but the streamer also has to overcome those days where there may not be anyone there or one or two people that maybe not be talking. So first and foremost, what you want to do if you're newer and you don't have any viewers in chat or no one's talking because everyone's lurking, just announce what you're saying in game or what you're doing in game. So for instance, if you're playing like a first person shooter or something like that that's competitive, explain as you're doing what you're doing, explain why you're doing it, because anyone that's coming in now is listening to you talk and then you sound a lot more informed about the game and that may want them to stay and actually talk. However, if you're just playing a game and you have no viewers and you're staying silent, people that may come in may notice that you're just sitting there like this. And they made us leave because there's no sound. When I first started, I was playing a lot of like role-playing or horror games, and I would give all the characters like funny voices, and I would just basically have side conversations with myself in-game or pretend to be my character and say things to characters in-game, and it got a lot of people to stick around and they laughed at some of the stuff. But then as more people come in, now you're able to talk to the people, but you may miss that chance if you're not talking in the first place. Same thing with like MOBAs. Why did you pick the character? Why is that character your favorite? Why do you use that certain skill? How to use certain skills effectively? There's a bunch of different ways you could do it. And honestly, the best way to keep chat entertained is to just keep talking. For some of you that may be very hard, but you gotta do it. This next question comes from Kimmy. She wants to know, how do you gain viewers as a newer streamer? So what you do, and it's really hard because it's different for everybody that starts streaming. The way I did it was I just talked a lot. I was in other people's chats. I was on Twitter, did a lot of social media work, a lot of self-promotion, which is actually going to lead to my the next question. But when you first start out, it's going to be mostly just friends and family just joining the stream, just kind of watching you, checking you out. But you have to build an online presence. You have to build a brand. So the best way to gain viewers is to brand yourself. You want to make sure that you have a color scheme. You want to make sure that you have icons or something, like all your Twitch panels all have or relate to the same thing. You want to build a brand for yourself. So my stuff is typically survival horror. My colors are black, gray, and orange. Everything I do on stream is from my overlays to my Twitch panels to my emotes. Everything is related to survival horror and or my color scheme. And that is for every single social channel that I have, whether that be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. Everything is all the same. So that's one way to gain viewers, is just by having a consistent a branding throughout, because then people know, oh, hey, I see that person's icon, I know exactly who that is. It really helps make you stick out from the crowd, especially when other people don't have anything. Another thing is to utilize certain services. For instance, I use followtrain.tv. Followtrain.tv is a wonderful service where once every 24 hours you put your email in, you connect with Twitch, and it puts you on this little choo-choo train at the top of the screen on the website. And to get on the train, you have to wait 24 hours for your next time. However, you can reduce that time by following other streamers on the train. So by following another streamer, it reduces your time to get back on the train by 30 seconds. Plus, you may find other streamers that you like. A lot of newer streamers are using it. A lot of people that have been streaming forever have been using it. I'm actually on the VIP carriage where if you were to follow me, a minute comes off of your time. So it's pretty entertaining. It's a pretty good way to use an outside source to get followers, and I've gotten a lot of traction, I've gotten a lot of followers, a lot of regulars because of followtrain.tv. So if you want to know more about that, click the link below. Following that last question, we have Caribou coming in with, what about self-promotion? How do you handle that? So there is a good way and there's a bad way. We're gonna start with the bad way. The bad way is to never go into another streamer's stream and say, I'm a streamer. No, don't do that. That is wrong, that is rude, that is disrespectful to the person that is currently streaming. They are there to provide entertainment to people in chat. They are not there to also promote others. Now, however, on the flip side, if you know a streamer, if you are good friends with a streamer and you join their chat, they can totally say, hey, check out X person in the chat, they are also a streamer. A lot of people have bots that have commands that will point out specific streamers that enter their chat room because they're good friends. But you get on that list by just being friendly with that streamer. Never say, oh, I gotta go now because I have to start my own stream. That's like going to a party and saying, hey everyone, I'm leaving this party to go have my party with blackjack and hookers. Don't do that. You're rude. That's an asshole move. Don't be a douche canoe. Yay. So, what you can do to prevent that is just be in chat, help answer questions, and be in it for the long haul. If you're talking to a streamer that streams the same games as you, just make sure that you're there when they're online, help the chat out, and eventually if you talk on Twitter or on Facebook or on Instagram or something like that, they're gonna find out you're a streamer. And once that happens, good things happen. Good things come to those people that wait. So, for instance, I waited quite a while. One of my good friends, Silent Sentry, he is, by the way, go check him out. Twitch.tv/Silent Sentry. He is a good friend of mine, and I was in his chat back when I had my first channel, and we got together simply just by me being in chat for a while, and eventually he saw my Twitter and was like, hey, you're also a streamer, we stream the same things, yeah, let's do something, let's do duo streams, or here's a raid or two, here's a host. That's how it happens. It just happens organically. Don't try and force it. Don't be creepy, and also don't be the guy that starts other parties while you're at a party. That's not how it works. So just make sure that your Twitter says that you're a Twitch streamer, make sure Instagram says you're a Twitch streamer, make sure you have your Twitch links, and once again, branding takes you all the way. So that is how you kind of handle self-promotion. As far as self-promotion within the community for game developers, indie developers, things like that, simply just reach out with an email to any game that you may specifically want to maybe review or get your hands on ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with emailing a game development company. Not the publisher, usually the game developers you want to talk to. Sometimes publishers are eh. But what you want to do is just send a quick email and say, hey, I'm a streamer, here's my channel. I would love it if you guys gave me either a review code or advance copy or a coupon to get it for cheaper, and possibly maybe a couple to give away on stream. It helps them, it helps you, it helps everybody, and it's a good time. And that goes a long way on social media as well. So there's my tips for promotions. Last but not least, we have Timmy Loves coming with a question about chatbots, how they can help and hurt your channel. So there's a lot to talk about chatbots. I actually may make chatbots a separate video because there's a lot to talk about, but I do want to go over a few basics with bots. I don't feel that as a newer streamer you should have a bot. I don't think bots are very helpful when you're new, especially if you have like a close friend that's there, that's a moderator. They can do everything that a bot does with no issue. The only time, or when I got into bots, was when I started having 10, 15 consistent concurrent viewers. Then it really helped because then I was getting asked a lot of the same questions. Who are you? How old are you? What games do you like to play? Do you have a Twitter? Do you have a YouTube? Do you have this? Do you have that? What's your favorite game? Do you put pineapple on pizza? Yes. That's when a bot helps, because then you can start making those commands where you say, oh, hey, viewer, and viewer goes, hey, do you put pineapple on pizza? And I go, viewer, type in ! pizza, and it'll say right there, I eat ham and pineapple pizza. Question answered. I don't have to say it 1,000 times. Chat sees it. It's good to go. So that is a good use of a bot. Bots are very well used for making sure that information about you that is widely asked all the time, consistently, can be viewed just in chat. For instance, same thing with, what game are you playing, how long have you been streaming, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff can be put into a bot, and it's nice. Things you don't want to do with a bot. This one may be slightly on the fence, but music. I do not like having a bot allow music on my channel in the form of viewers selecting what to put in via YouTube. One, anything off YouTube will mute your VODs. So I like making highlights, I like doing stuff like that, so I can't have my VOD muted, therefore I can't have a bot with music. Two, viewers that choose the music can be very, very scary. Have you ever heard of like hentai for 10 hours as an audio clip? You don't want to. It's terrible. So that's one reason why I don't have music on my channel. Music that is on my channel is done via Spotify. On Spotify, Twitch has their own playlist. Their username is twitch.fm, and that has all the different playlists they allow with Twitch VOD muting, or Twitch VOD non-mutable music. So if you play it, they can't mute your VOD because they selected it, and it's all copyright free. Most of it's Monster Cat, Blue Stolly, things like that. So give that a check out. There's a link below to music.twitch.tv, and that will help you get started with Spotify Music. So on the topic of bots, though, I don't allow it because, one, it comes from YouTube, and two, it can get really annoying really fast. I may do it during a charity stream if, you know, after I hit like a certain goal or something, then it might be fun to open up the gates. So another thing I don't like bots doing is bots that will actively announce when someone comes into the chat. For instance, I'm streaming, Lurker A comes into chat, and then my bot goes, "Welcome, Lurker A, welcome to chat." Lurker A may be cool with that. Lurker B might be like, "Oh crap, I'm noticed by Senpai. I don't want to be noticed by Senpai," so they book it. Respect the lurkers. That's Twitch rule number like 4. Always respect your lurkers. Lurkers are love, lurkers are life, but never ever announce the lurker. Unless you know the lurker, like they talk all the time, but they're just there all of a sudden, and all of a sudden they're just like accruing points from your chat by like, "Hey, what up? Lysander, I'm looking at you." So it's just one of those respectful things that you never announce your lurkers, and please never have your bot announce people. It's just annoying. Now, you can have bots tell you when someone has followed. That's okay, until someone raids you, and then all of a sudden your chat is nothing but like red blips that just says follow, 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 follow. So be kind of cautious of that. So I think that's it. I think that covers everything so far that I was asked for this video. At least there was more questions that were asked, but I'm gonna make them separate videos because they were very technical questions, like how to set up your streaming software to, you know, work for everybody. There was like I said, I want to talk more about bots and what their features and functions are. There's like 80,000 bots out there, even customizable individual ones like I have. So there's a lot of extra content. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. Hope it helped. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any other questions, I would love to keep doing these. Put comments or questions down below. So if you are a newer streamer, if you're a veteran streamer, if you've never streamed in your life and you're just a viewer and you want to ask a question, put it in the comments below and I'll make another video, make part 2, maybe 3, 4, however many. As long as you guys keep giving me questions, I'll keep making videos. So I appreciate every single one of you. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button. You can find all my social media down below along with all the links that I have mentioned today so far. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.